And we are back for another episode of The Dose. And this time we have your usual host, me, with the usual co host, Austin Leonard. And
That's
then we
right.
have Gabby, which is going to be our guest on this show. Our guest on this show.
What's
So
going on,
Daniel,
guys?
Daniel, are you going to haze Gabby for being on here? Should he
Um,
should he prove himself?
I mean, in theory, we can make this a rough time for him if we really want. We could put him under the flame.
I don't
Bro,
think we should. I don't think we should like just destroy him. We
okay,
may
but
we may want him to come back. I don't know. It's really your call.
Yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
think
That's true.
I think he should just start off by maybe saying something like, "What's an embarrassing story about yourself?" Or like,
No, how
tell-
about we do? How
Oh,
about we do
dude.
the most embarrassing drunk story right off the rip?
see, all right. I was in Arkansas like
Okay, here
two
we
weekends
go.
ago. No, I was in Arkansas 2 weekends ago, and we tried talking about this, and I don't think I have one. Like, I guess,
What?
yeah, like I don't have an embarrassing drunk story. Like the closest thing I've done is like I was at my cousin's wedding like a couple months ago, and I
Okay.
threw up on my suit. That's about it. That's about it. But like, there's nothing like super crazy.
In the wedding.
No. This is like wedding's over. Me and my cousins are out and about in Uptown.
Oh, okay. That's not. Yeah, that's not too
Yeah.
bad.
It's still
I-
pretty bad, bro.
I
Throw
I
up
did
on
that
your
on
suit.
I did that last Tuesday, so it's
On
not
your
that
own
bad.
suit?
Should buy another one.
Forgot Moneybags Austin here.
Yeah, Justin Bill over here.
Wait, you wear a suit more than once?
I hate you.
I thought you just Allen Iverson and buy a new suit every time you go
Bro,
somewhere.
that would be the way though. Just
Dude,
AI
that
it.
would be the way.
I just go get it custom made every week.
I hate you.
Drop a G bar every time I need to go somewhere.
If only. If only we actually had it like that. Then we would have actually made it. Okay, so I guess we'll start off on a serious note is what we'll kind of do and just get some inputs on what do y'all think about like these like terror attacks going on right now? Have y'all even like heard about them?
I read about him because like it popped up on my YouTube feed,
Okay.
but haven't actually looked into it. I saw like there were two things right up in New
Yeah.
York,
Mm-hmm.
like the truck incident, and then apparently there was a shooting too.
Yep,
Or a
exactly.
shooting?
Yeah,
So
alleged shooting.
I have not heard about the shooting yet.
It's like I see it marked as a alleged shooting, so I don't really know like all the details on it. So we won't really talk about that one. We'll talk about the psycho that drives into a bus. How about that?
Yeah,
Okay.
that was interesting.
Like
I was scrolling through my stuff, which is normally like, oh, you got Dude Perfect and you got like gaming stuff, and then all of a sudden you just have like random tabs of like 8 people killed from psycho truck driver driving into.
Yeah.
Like, wait,
What's
what?
crazy is like Homeboy didn't even like. Okay, I'm not roasting for him not having a truck or whatever, but Homeboy straight up pulls up in like a rental U-Haul truck, or the Home Depot
305.
truck. Oh my god, the Home Depot truck, bro. Like straight pulls up Home Depot truck that he like rented for the day, like and just starts mowing people down. I guess like
But did he not think that it was somehow tied back to him? Like Home Depot
Okay.
didn't have his information or something? Is that the reason why he thought he could use a different vehicle?
I don't
Nah,
know,
he-
but
You don't want to mess up the whip. That's what it was.
the whip that he's leaving for like his kids, I guess.
Yeah, I guess so.
Oh my!
Like because he's not getting away from that. Like what?
I don't know, man.
But yeah,
so
like-
did these incidents happen today?
Yeah.
Yeah,
And, then,
Okay.
and supposedly the dude yelled like Allah Akbar before it, which is kind of like getting people a little nervous type thing. Like people were starting to freak out. Like okay, what the heck? Like
we got another terror attack.
right, they're coming after us. But I don't, obviously I don't really know like what's going on with it. But supposedly he like carried it out on a on behalf of ISIS is what he said in like a note, I believe.
Oh, dang.
So I don't know. World's getting a little crazy.
So the man or the person driving the vehicle is dead.
I
don't think so.
He had it. I thought he had a shootout with the cops.
Is that
I
what
don't-
that-
I
don't
thought
know.
there was a shooting.
Here's my thing. As every day goes by, I become less and less involved with the media and what's going on around the world. And I don't
Yeah,
know if that's
sure.
a good or a bad thing.
I think it's kind of a good
So-
thing.
I mean, these are all pretty much new developments for me during this moment. So
Like to be honest, I don't really like look for the news because like to me it's just so
skewed?
skewed, one, and two, it's just depressing, bro. Like
Yeah.
if you were to look at the news every day, like it's just so sad. Like whenever I get ready for the show, like literally 2 minutes before, and I pull up all these news outlets, I'm just like looking like, geez, dude, like the world is not good right now. Like it kind of sucks.
Yeah, I mean, it's just because like those are the stories that sell most of the time. Is like those are the eye catchers. Like, oh no, we have another incident happening.
Yeah, and I guess that's kind of like the bad part is like that is exactly what you said. Like that's what sells, unfortunately, because everyone wants to hear about like some shooting.
Yeah, because no one wants to hear about little Jimmy catching like another fish.
Right. I want to hear about Jimmy catching like a state record. I'm down.
I mean, I've been trying to stay in my own bubble this entire time, and it's easy to do for me because I'm pretty busy with work and like traveling and things like that. But
Yeah.
like what I've been seeing online most recently is all these different actresses or somebody famous coming out saying, "Oh, so and so molested me," or
Okay, so that goes
inappropriately
into the
touched me.
Weinstein
It's like,
stuff.
yeah. So I mean, I know we talked about that even a couple episodes ago, but just like more and
Yeah, but
more
now it's getting
actresses
even
coming out.
like, yeah,
Now you
dude.
got
now it's
now you
getting
got Kevin Spacey coming out, and then
Okay,
uh,
on the Kevin Spacey, maybe this is like so like my dad kind of like freaked out kind of thing. He was like, "What? He's gay?" And I'm like, "Bro, come on, like
do you think
what?"
he actually is, or
Yeah,
he's
I'm
just
totally.
hiding
No,
behind
yeah,
that?
I think okay, dude, if you look at some of the role like all the roles, like majority of the roles, he's playing like this like maybe not gay, but like this metrosexual type thing or like bi thing. Like he plays it like he just plays it too well, bro. Like
Really?
if I'm being honest, he plays the role like really too well. So that's what always. Oh crap! I just moved the camera. All right. So that's kind of what like I guess to me is like the thing. Like he just played it so well. So this whole time I kind of like knew in the back of my head like, oh yeah, he's gay. Like that's just kind of what I thought. I was like, yeah, he's gay. But apparently now he's officially gay. Did you read like the story, like his growing up story or whatever?
No, I
No.
didn't. I actually heard it on the ticket.
So like I guess his dad is like was an ex like neo-Nazi and like used to molest his son.
Oh.
Like
Used to
so
molest Kevin Spacey.
Kevin Spacey's older brother.
Okay.
Oh.
And the
Okay.
older brother was always like, I'm gonna go like to the police or whatever if you start messing with Kevin. So he supposedly like kind of took the bullet for Kevin Spacey and was like, I'll just kind of wear it. I don't know about just wearing it, but apparently he took it kind of on behalf, like the beatings and the molesting and all that kind of thing from the
Right.
dad.
Right.
And I guess like they tried to like say something to their mom one time, and she just like didn't say anything. Like she just like sat there. Like in the article, it said like she just sat there in silence, and they were like, "Are you gonna do something about it?" And I guess nothing about it happened. So
Well, she was probably concerned on what her husband was going to do to her.
right,
Yeah.
yeah, like, but dude, like that's just like this is just
It's
ridiculous.
twisted. It's twisted.
And how about
I
Nicki
saw.
Minaj's brother,
Okay, yeah. I think I read something about like a one-liner about that.
bro?
Wait, I don't think I've heard this one.
Okay, so since like I think it was like 2013, he's been on like trial, like bouncing back and forth type thing. Um, and it's the accusation that he like raped his stepdaughter,
That's what
Oh.
it was. Yeah.
who was 11.
Dang. Okay.
So Nicki Minaj this whole time is kind of like playing the fine line of like she's paying for his legal fees, like type thing, and then like she's not saying like that he's innocent type. So like she's playing like a fine line with it, but like the pretty much the evidence behind it is that they have a pair of her like underwear that has like his semen on it.
Oh.
Yeah.
That'll definitely do it for him.
Yeah. Like I was disgusted reading this story this morning. I was just like, dude, like what? I'm like to an 11-year-old, bro. This is a grown man.
that's-
Like this is ridiculous, dude. So like, I guess more people are just really screwed up than I thought. Like I already thought the world was pretty messed up, but like apparently it's way worse.
I saw tonight that my boy Ari Gold from Entourage had like sexually molested or assaulted some guest star that came on one of their shows one time.
Sasha
Yeah.
Grey.
That show is amazing.
I bet that's what happened.
I love.
He
No,
just like
it was-
misinterpreted with her.
It wasn't her. It was somebody that I have no idea who it was. But you can look it up. I think Jeremy Piven or something like that. I don't know. He'll always
Wow.
be Ari Gold to me.
Yeah,
So
always, dude. His
He's-
one of his Twitter accounts is like Ari Gold, And I follow the Ari Gold Twitter account, and it's actually gold.
It's the superior one.
It's awesome.
Jeez.
So yeah.
I don't watch Entourage, so I have no idea what you guys are talking about.
Good Lord.
Wow.
Yeah,
we might as well kick him off the show now.
Wow.
Are you kidding me? You never even seen it?
You are.
Dude, no. And I feel really bad because I know like we'd be up at Lifetime hooping and you guys would be talking about it.
Okay, so you definitely need to watch Entourage. Like, if you have some free time, like
it's on HBO.
Like it's so worth the watch. And we have a link that you can watch it all on.
I mean, I have
in
HBO
case you need it.
so
okay.
I'll just,
oh my god.
I'll have to give it a go.
Yeah, definitely watch it. Wow, I'm so disappointed at this moment, to be honest. I kind of just want to cut the show. We won't. We'll keep it running here. We'll go to a little more. We'll get off the serious stuff, the down stuff. Actually, no. One more thing. Because.
But wait, there's more.
Yeah. This is a great infomercial, right? So one more thing that I want to talk about, and this is it's not like super serious, but like gun rights. I wanted to talk about that because I wanted to talk about it a couple times because all these things that like keep happening in like the world. So like Vegas shooting was a while ago. Just like things like these people like going crazy in public. Like the first thing that I can kind of think of all the time is like, well, like what if someone in the crowd just had a gun? Like problem solved. Like
right. So you're
like
saying
just anytime like these crazy thing happens, like a school shooting, right? Like I'm not necessarily saying kids on campus should have guns, but that's been an argument made. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's one of those like if this kid walks into a classroom and one of the kids has a gun, like all of a sudden because he has the gun and shoots this dude, like 30 people are not dead.
Right.
It's true.
But I mean, I'm just applying that logic to like general stuff. Like you see people like go into like gas stations, right? Like and like occasionally there's someone else with like a CHL like in the gas station, and it's just like, well, this is about to end bad for somebody. Like, so I guess I wanted to hear like, are we for people carrying guns? What are we feeling here? Gabby, as the guest, you can start.
All right, so I mean, I'm not for nor against guns really.
Okay.
Like, I'm not a huge gun person, but like if you want a gun and you want to wield it, or if you want to have it, whatever.
Wield it? Come on, dude.
That's too much Counter-Strike right there.
People aren't like rolling around like.
Okay, I meant like have it on them or like.
Check me out, Billy. Like they're not just like pulling two Berettas. Like, woo! That's not how it works.
Going to like the Vegas thing, like it's at a concert, right? So
yeah.
Like, there's obviously a lot of people that are going to be intoxicated in that and whatnot. So like
right.
yeah, like the one person is like going to town on them with the guns because that's unfortunately what happened.
But there's a zero tolerance law for that. You can't carry your gun and have any
drink.
alcohol in you whatsoever. And more than likely, I'm sure they had to go through some sort of like, metal detector security system to even get in the concert.
Yeah, with something like a concert, you can't even. I don't think you can even bring it in.
No way.
Well, unless they let you, but most of the time, like in a lot of public spaces, even like stores, they tell you like you see a sign that's like you can't bring it in.
Yeah.
There's most stores will have a 30.6 or 30.7 sign posted saying either you can carry or you can't, or you can open carry or you can't conceal, or vice versa.
Whatever their rules are, they have it posted.
Right, exactly. And some will say just none whatsoever on the premise.
Right.
I mean, my thing is, I have my license to carry.
Hold on, pause. Can we let Gabby finish before you take over?
No. Sorry, Gabby. Go ahead.
Go, Gabby.
Oh yeah.
He's over here like I'm neutral on guns. I don't care.
Well, he's about to get to his point. Calm down.
My whole thing is like there's a good amount of these shootings that are happening at like public events where like what you're saying is like you can't even bring it in there most of the time.
Like
So even if you are like allowed to just wield it or not wield, carry it. My bad. If you're allowed to carry it, then like it doesn't like. Are you saying like the law is like allowing them to bring it into those events now, or?
No. I'm just saying in general. How do we feel about just people like having it? So let's say like one of my examples, like someone walks into like a Walmart, okay, decides to go on like this shooting spree, and would you be for someone in that store having a gun, or would you rather just like people don't have like as easy access to guns?
Yeah, no, I don't care.
So
have your gun.
So it doesn't matter you. It doesn't matter to you if Austin has his gun in Walmart.
No. He's gonna shoot me anyway, so it's all right.
That's not true. Okay, Gabby, let me ask you this. You're in the same situation, and this is before the shooting has started, and you see somebody carrying a gun. Are you nervous whenever you see that? You don't know the person,
Right.
but just inherently, do you become nervous when you see it?
No,
Do you like
not
avoid
really.
him or her?
Not really. I don't know. A bad quality about me is I'm just a very trusting person. So like, I see
Okay,
that and I
no,
just
but
kind of
if
like
you see a
oblivious to it.
dude walk in Walmart with a gun, I don't care how trusting you are, you're gonna be like,
If he doesn't have,
you're
if
gonna
he
be like,
doesn't,
hold
no,
up.
It's
no.
not
If,
like
like,
in his hand. It's
yeah, yeah, yeah.
holstered.
If it's holstered and like all that, I don't know. I'm gonna see it. I'll probably like I'll notice it, but
Yeah.
I mean, I won't think
Right.
like twice about it like that much.
Okay. All right.
AKA, I'm probably gonna get shot.
Yeah. AKA, you're probably the dude like walking right next to the mofo, like just asking to be the first one down, like
Like, yo, do you know where the bread aisle is? Pop,
right,
pop, pop.
just being dumb. Like, all right. What you got to say, Austin?
I mean, like I mentioned before, I have my license to carry, so I can conceal or open carry because Texas is the open carry state.
Right.
I will say, to even
Even
answer,
even though you don't even practice
I,
your rights
I,
very much.
I do more than you think because we don't hang out as much in person anymore, just because we don't live next to each other. And
Okay.
it for me depends on where I'm going or like where I'm at.
Agreed.
If I'm going down the streets of Dallas, no, I don't like to carry that much because a lot of people here would freak out and draw way more attention to the fact that needs to happen. And then I don't want to get accused of something somehow, and I hate that's even going that direction. But if
So
I'm going to like Wichita Falls area or something like that, I will open like I did last month, and it was
yeah.
great. And no one thought anything different about it, and it was no big deal. But realistically, in those type of situations, I'm never gonna need it.
So
So
would you not like okay, I guess my question here is like would you not like my whole thing is so like describing like the streets of Dallas. Like so I'm going to get mine before the end of the year. My dad and I are going to sign up for a course.
okay.
Um for something like, in the streets of Dallas, like I feel like I would carry it there. And my reason is the same reason I described before. It's not to like if I can conceal it to the point where no one sees it, I'm going to probably carry it as much as possible, I guess is my thing. Because then it's like, I mean, I just want to have it just in case, like, I'm a part of this 1 in a million of some psycho. Like,
Right.
obviously, it's probably not going to happen. But in case it ever is, like, I want to make sure I have it. And I guess that's kind of where, like, I stand on it. And I know that, like, you're a bigger guy as far as like frame wise, like you're tall, like you're not like some like real skinny dude, and you don't have like a super big gun. So like I know you can conceal it. So that's kind of why I wanted to know, like, like if you're like you said, like going, I don't even know why you'd be walking around the streets of Dallas, but let's say for some reason,
No, I don't. I was just using that like
yeah,
as just
yeah,
a
no, no, no.
blanket
I'm saying
example.
like, okay, you're walking from your apartment to like the pub up the street or something, like to go get food, right? Like, would you be carrying it then or no?
If I knew I wasn't drinking, I would. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, for
See, that's
sure.
what I think. Yeah,
But I'm not allowed to bring in the office
right.
or in my vehicle even so much like
Really?
in that parking like premise area because I'm on premise at that point.
Okay.
And I think the reason of that is we share a parking lot with like a church right there, and there's kids coming and parking in our garage all the
Yeah.
time
Okay.
and go to that church. So I think they're like, hey, let's just call it a day and
Yeah.
not do that.
Let's just not even risk it.
But without disclosing any information about where I work or location, we received like a blanket email. They went to everybody, every tenant in the building,
Okay.
saying that there was some lady had been raped, like
In the building.
not in the building, on the premise, so within the property, but not inside the building.
Oh wow.
And
Dang.
so I'm sitting here thinking, I was like, well, if I saw that and I had a gun, what would I do?
Yeah, like
Like, what would I do?
that's another
Like,
good question.
I
Like, you have a gun, so you have to kind of work through this. Is it one of those where you kind of let the guy know, like, hey, stop because I have a gun?
so
Because
I
I
mean,
feel like
yeah,
that's my first, like, obviously I haven't
no,
been all the way through the course. I've talked to different instructors, but it's kind of like things like that. Like, there's a progression. You know what I
and
mean?
that's what I was gonna say. Like, you learn in your course, like.
Right.
You're not just gonna pull out and start firing or like do
Right.
warning fires in the air. Like,
just wielding your pistol in the air.
I
mean,
just warning shots.
yeah, just like fire a couple off in the air. Just like, hey man, you want to stop doing that now?
It's like the other guys. You gotta have your first desktop.
Right,
Okay,
pretty
there it
much.
is.
So, I mean, I would like to think that by signing up for the course and doing everything you need to do to become licensed to be able to carry a gun, I would do something in a situation like that. Otherwise, why
Mhm.
did you really do it? Why did you just so you could say
Right,
I have it and carry a gun for fun
right.
and never touch it?
Now, see,
I don't know.
this is
Maybe.
kind of the thing that like I get worried about is now. Obviously, we live in Texas, so it's going to be easier to attain than some places. But I worry that it's too easy to like get like a license to carry a gun.
I
Like
was going to
I
say,
know they do the background. I
right.
know you have to pass like the written and shooting part of it. But at the end of the day, like if you just have a decent like you're just average like at everything, you can still get one.
I think that the tests are too easy.
That's what okay.
I think not only is the shooting portion of the test too easy, but
Dude,
the written
the
the
shooting's
sh-
too easy.
the shooting is way too easy.
That is
I
ridiculous.
told you the story about whenever I went. The
Yeah.
lady next to me has some revolver, and the instructor says, "Load and make ready," and she fires a round off in the ground right in between
Right.
us. And I'm like, surely she's not going to pass, right?
Right. And then he did the old pad
And
and like,
he,
okay, this is what you need to change, and then all of a sudden she's got a gun.
all of a sudden, she passes the shooting portion of the test.
Well, that's what's crazy, dude, because
That shouldn't happen.
I've literally talked to like women. So I used to sell guns at Academy for anyone that watches and didn't know. I've talked to women who have went and like they register for these classes where you can like rent a gun, quote unquote. Like the instructor will provide a gun, and all you got to bring
Right.
is like ammo. And like they come in, they're like, "I'm looking to buy my first gun," and I'm like, "Okay." And then they pull out their like CHL, and I'm like, "Wait, what?" I'm like, okay, like you right here have this license to carry a gun in public, but if don't own a gun, like
Yeah.
this is ridiculous. And I remember, well, I don't know if you were at the shooting range with this one day, but I went one time. I went with John and Mac and a couple other people, and like I just wanted to mess around, so I like shot the qualifications left-handed, and I shot a qualifying score
Right.
left-handed
Right.
because it's like the shortest distance in the world to start with, and as long as you're hitting like for the first like two distances, you pretty much pass.
Right. Daniel, you and I went to shoot by ourselves, and we ran
Oh
through the
yeah,
course, and we both scored perfect scores.
bro, like with
And that was
ease.
before I had my
That
CHL.
was
Like,
before you had even shot guns like decently,
right.
like
Oh, well,
you know,
excuse me.
like okay, no, like you shot guns
Frequently?
frequently
Okay.
and decently, to be honest.
Oh, okay, please.
Dang, Bill don't
Hey,
got
I'm
the
just
shot.
saying nowadays you might be putting it in like a quarter size, but back then, you know, it was a wider gap. That's all I'm saying. But yeah, I mean, I think it should be a little harder. And honestly, I don't know if there's like a test for this, but like I feel like there should be like a psychological part of it. Like there should be like a psych test almost. Like in like you got to answer these questions. Like maybe it's like I don't know. Maybe it's more like if this like you know kind of like IQ. I'm not gonna say an IQ should determine if you get one, but a test kind of like that to determine if you're all like if you're smart enough to carry one.
So you're all for making it more difficult to obtain a gun and getting your license to carry.
Yeah, but within reason. I'm not saying okay, they have to go to academy or wherever they want to buy the gun. They have to go there, fill out the paperwork. They have to wait like 2 weeks for like a thorough background check. I'm not saying all that. I'm saying that the current background check they have is fine. And
Right. I agree.
if they want to just buy a normal gun, that's fine. But there should be for like a first timer, there should be some type of database where it's like this is my first gun. Well, I think there should be one more step for them. Like that's just my like just one more step of something like an easy what I would call an easy test for like someone that's shot guns before or something like that. And if they don't pass it, they don't not get the gun, but then have them take like an online course to be educated on the gun. Does that make sense?
Yeah. I mean, I think there needs to be more education behind the guns in general. You
Because
know, disarming guns, taking apart guns, all
and I
that
think that's
too.
the craziest part because like you know as having a lot of experience at like selling guns to a bunch of people that don't know how to handle a gun,
Right.
You know, whenever I first started working there, I can't tell you how many times I stared down like a barrel, just like,
Oh yeah.
like, listen, bro. Like, now I also knew it's empty, but that doesn't like it's still like a little uneasy. Like what's going on here? And it's just people just don't understand. Like,
I mean,
they
there's
just don't
definitely a
understand.
gun etiquette and gun edification
Yeah,
that needs to be in process for that. I mean,
and
I understand.
like it's just crazy. I think it should just be a little harder. I'm not saying make it impossible, just a little harder, please, for like these people that don't. Like, if
Yeah.
Gabby goes to a store right now and goes to buy a gun, he can go get one, and he has, from my understanding, he ain't got no experience with guns. Am I right?
Hey, no, I've gone to 2 shooting ranges before.
Okay, that does not classify as
Um,
like,
I
that would be one of those like, okay, here's a gun, like, load it, unload it, shoot it, like, do everything. Can you do it like without like jacking up or pointing a gun in an unsafe direction? Simple things like that. Like, could you do that, you think?
Yeah, no, because like whenever I was in the Philippines,
Okay.
I went and shot around with my or shot at the gun range at my uncle's like Coast Guard place because he's the general there or
Right.
was,
Right.
and so like he was teaching me like all the etiquette and whatnot, and half of the stuff is like kind of like common
It's
sense.
common sense. Okay,
But
I
so
agree.
that goes into the point that like you had some type of educating on it. Like, someone told you like, "Hey,
well,
don't do this." And like you
yeah,
said, most of it is pretty logical.
and like most of the time, like it goes like back to like whenever I owned like Nerf guns, like my parents were always just like, don't be pointing that at people.
Right.
So it
like
just
an
kind of like
airsoft gun.
Yeah, yeah. Like little things like
only
that. And I fear that like not too many people understand that. Like, and these are the ones that like get a gun really easily. And I'm just like, huh.
Okay,
All
Dan,
right.
let's just go ahead and say we the world, or at least the U.S. implements your new system. It's a little bit more difficult to obtain a
Dude,
gun,
fucking Daniel
especially
Michaels for
for
president, baby. Let's go.
okay, so it's a little bit more difficult, especially for those first time gun users
Right.
and owners.
Okay.
Do you think any sort of stat is going to change as far as like death by guns or mass shootings or anything like that?
Okay. For mass shootings, no. I don't think that'll change like the number. What I do think is like accidental shootings will go down significantly, because you hear these stories of, like, 9-year-olds like finding guns
yeah.
in the house. First off, you clearly aren't that bright as an adult to leave a
Yeah.
gun where a 9-year-old can find it,
And it's
and then
probably
it's not locked
loaded
up. Right.
and
And
there's yeah,
you hear about them like shooting each other, and these kids are like traumatized.
right.
Like, they like at a young age, if you're not told, hey, this gun isn't a toy, and you're out there playing with your boy or whatever, and it's loading, you shoot, and all of a sudden you killed your best friend at like the age of 11. Like, I've read so many stories like that, or like people out hunting, like, they weren't like formally educated and they shoot like their best friend, and it's like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
what?
I think the education process could be better. But
And that's all I'm saying. And
yeah,
now the one thing I do think will change is the amount of gun violence if more people practice their right to carry a firearm. Does that make sense?
I would agree with that.
Because there's like,
I like that.
let me see, up, I can't remember the state now, man. I was just talking to a guy about it. I want to say it's like Dakota or Wyoming or one of those, like, I'm not gonna call them obsolete. One of those, one of those,
One of those non-Texas states.
yeah, one of those non-Texas states, like in size and like population type thing. You know what I mean? So they were actually telling me a crazy story on, in a couple counties up there, you don't even have to have a license to carry the gun in public. But
Interesting.
the crime rate in these areas is close to zero.
Dang.
You can open carry. You don't have to have a license to carry it. But still, somehow, the crime rate is literally like zero. And I think that's because people are more fearful knowing that they're going to go. And I don't care what anyone says. No one goes into a crime being like, I'm going to run into a guy with a gun and I'm going to shoot it out with him, bro.
Right. I
Yeah.
agree. Right. That doesn't happen.
Right. So if someone knows you have a gun, the chance of them doing anything are slim to none. And I was talking with a family member about this. They're like, open carry's dumb because then, let's say the dude sees you with a gun. Now he knows to come at you more aggressive. And I'm like, yeah, more aggressively, and end up dead.
Yeah.
Like, the fact that there's a chance of dying makes it like scary for people, if that makes sense. Like, or in theory, should make it more fearful for you to do something dumb.
See, I was gonna say, but like most of the time, like at the like what's also like really unfortunate about all this stuff is like after like all these shootings, the person normally ends up just doing themselves in.
Right.
So
Yeah.
like,
Agreed.
is that fear really actually there? Because like if they're gonna do it all and then
Well, they don't want to die by. Okay. Also, let's also say that most of these people that are doing these shootings ain't right in the head. Okay. So clearly something's a little off. For the fact that I'm not saying that actually I will say everyone that commits suicide's got something wrong with their head. Clearly, like to take your own life that way, something's wrong in your head, or something happened. Like something ain't right. A normal person doesn't just think like I'm gonna kill myself and it's fine. Like you don't just like think about that. So like something is off, something in your life happened, something situational, like something like that, is my belief on it. Now I think situationally can obviously change a lot of things for people. Like whatever they're going through can make things seem worse than they are, or whatever. And those people might not be completely like crazy, but they are going through a rough time, so it makes it more reasonable.
Yeah. Right.
But yeah, I mean, I just think that like these people, like, I really do feel like, and I think this is why, or this is part of the legislature in just like Texas, whenever they passed open carry, that was kind of the like logic behind it. It's like, well, if people know that other people got guns, then they're less likely to do something stupid. Which maybe it's just me. Like, if I was gonna go like mug some dude as he's walking out of Walmart, right? I'm gonna mug him like as he gets next to his car, and I see a gun. Mug is off. Cancel the mugging. Like, cancel.
Yeah, we're gonna rain check on that.
Yeah, can we get a rain check on getting like someone else, please?
Yeah, let me go look for someone else that isn't gonna potentially shoot me.
Right. Like you're gonna go for some person that's just like doesn't have a gun or doesn't have a weapon or something. Like,
yeah,
you're just not gonna mess with that. Like that's just my 2 cents on it. AKA Daniel Michaels for president.
If I went back to my parents and was like, Mom, Dad, I have a new girlfriend.
Mm-hmm.
My mom's first question is going to be, is she a Christian? Great question. My dad's first question is going to be, does she have her concealed handgun license? Also a great question.
I mean, it's a good question. I think my dad's first one would be like, does she hunt? Like,
yeah.
Like, what? Like, not that that's like super important, but like yes or no doesn't really matter. Because even if she hunts, let me say this, because I think I know where you're going. Even if she hunts, I ain't trying to have her come out with me all the time.
That's what I was gonna say. Like, I want a girl who's very okay with me doing it.
Yeah.
And if she wants to go out every now and then,
every now and then.
Yeah, or
but let me go with my boys. Fine.
But I still want to go with my boys, like
right. Because half the fun, like we know, like is going out there and just shooting the bull, talking reckless, like
absolutely.
Because you're out in the middle of nowhere, and it's like I'm about to just be reckless.
Right.
You can say crazy stuff, and that's part of the fun, shooting it with friends. Gabby, do you hunt, or have you ever hunt?
No, can't say I have. I was gonna say something very
fucking hunt virgin.
So I was raised by definitely different parents than y'all, because y'all's first questions from your parents are completely different from mine. Mine would be like, what race is she, and like, where did you meet her?
Yeah.
What race is she? That's a question?
Dude, yeah, it is.
Jesus Christ. I mean, that'd be a question I would get eventually, but like that would not be.
They care. That's just kind of like.
Yeah, I understand.
Yeah,
I understand what.
So they just want to know if she's like Filipino.
No. They'd probably like to hear that, but nah, they don't care that much.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, hey, everyone. Wait. While we're talking about girls, you bring a girl home yet?
Who are you asking?
Not you, idiot.
Oh, okay.
I mean, not.
You've had girlfriends. I'm curious on this one. Yeah, have you ever had to like bring a girl home and be like, "This is my girlfriend"?
No. I mean, we weren't labeled, but I brought her home anyway.
So she was like about to be your girlfriend.
Yeah.
Did your parents know? Or was it like, "Hey, Mom, Dad, this is my friend"?
No. They knew.
Okay.
Because like prior, I'd be like, "Hey, I'm going out on a date tonight." Like, eventually, it was brought her home.
What'd your parents
for like a little bit? They really didn't think much of it. They were just kind of like, yeah.
Okay. Was this in high school where they were kind of just like, it's like whatever?
No, this was in college.
Oh, okay. See, that's what I'm always curious on, because I feel like later in life, if you bring someone, bro, they're about to interrogate you like as soon as she leaves, and they're just gonna be like, "What's this about her? What does she want to do? Like, are you gonna marry her?" And it's like, whoa, it's like, hold up, like, let's pump the brakes a little bit. So let's talk about. Well, actually, also, have you brought anyone like to your parents?
What do you mean? Of course I have.
Besides your old fling?
I think every girl that I've dated, I have. Or
How many girls have you dated?
three or four.
Wait, what?
We can talk. We can run through names after this.
I thought there was only. I only know of two.
Well, yeah.
One with the M, one with the Q.
Right. I know which two you're
I'm
talking
out
about.
here rhyming.
Well, that's because that's whenever you and I like started really hanging out, being like best buds.
So you had one before Q?
Had one before Q, and kind of had one after Q, which you know about too. I just didn't play it up on how much it was actually real.
I'm gonna go ahead and tell you, Daniel does not know that he knew.
Yeah, what?
Again, we can
up at OU? Up at OU?
No. So I kind of dated a girl in Norman, but didn't tell my parents about it.
Wait, was this the racist that you're talking about?
Oh, I forgot about her. Oh, I forgot about her.
Yeah.
I didn't bring her because she didn't pass the test with you guys, so she didn't even get a chance to make it
she was
home.
mad racist.
Dude, mad racist.
And it was just ridiculous. It was the most ridiculous thing ever.
You got 2 drinks in her, and she's like, I don't like you, but I like you, white person. I'm like,
yeah.
What? Go away. Never talk to me again.
John, Daniel, I don't really like y'all.
I don't really like you.
Hey, white guy, Mac, I like you.
Mac, you're my best friend.
Oh, okay. And there was just like, there were other things that she like had done that night, and it was just like,
dude,
okay.
It was not good.
It was not good.
It was not good. And of course, I was like trying to talk to her about it the next day, and she didn't remember any of it.
Of course she didn't.
And I was like, well, then just take my word for it and never talk to me again. So,
right. Well, don't worry about not remembering it, because I remember, so bye.
I'll make it easy.
Yeah. It'll make it easier on this breakup.
And then she sent me, like, a couple days later, she sent me like this novel.
I remember.
On Facebook Messenger.
This most ridiculous novel.
Just full of excuses and like, give me another chance. And of course, I'm like, hey, bros, you need to come read this.
Right. Immediately, you're like, guys, y'all gotta see this.
You have to read this.
It was absurd.
Yeah, I forgot about her.
I don't know how you could.
I don't know how because I tried to blot it from my memory.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I'm pretty sure that's one of those that you don't want to.
Yeah, it was. She was.
Erase.
Yeah. That's a good word. Erased.
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
one more question. One more question. Have you ever dated anyone that wasn't white? Not calling you a racist, but I'm just curious.
Yes, I've dated an Asian girl before.
Yo, that's Daniel's thing. What are you doing?
Wait.
Also, not going to say her name until this is done.
I think I know her name.
Did
she go to Colleyville?
She did.
Wait, was this the girl I was in love? Wait.
I don't. What girl were you not in love with?
Does it start with the G?
With a J. With a G.
Is that how it's spelled? J?
Oh no.
Last name starts with an S?
Yes.
Yes.
J.
I don't know. She was incredible. She was my teacher aide.
Yeah, that's the one.
I'm about to name drop.
No, you're not.
Why?
Or I will.
It doesn't even matter. It doesn't even matter.
So have you Daniel?
What?
I'm trying to think of who you dated that.
3 people. Technically 3, maybe. I don't count the 4th one, but.
You don't count the 4th one?
Nah, it was a dine and dash.
Well, that's not really dating.
Hey, we had to go on a couple of dates for me to get the dash.
Oh god.
I mean, I know you. gosh.
All right.
I mean, I'm the only white person on this podcast right now. So
Okay. How about, has you dated anyone outside of your own race?
I just said I dated an
Yeah,
Asian girl.
Okay, you have, but I'm talking about for you. If you wanted to ask us the question, that's how you could phrase it.
Yeah, I guess.
And to answer that, yes.
But I was going to say, Dan, I know you have.
Only half of me though.
Mine is pretty exclusively, yeah. You
Yeah.
don't find very many Filipinos.
Really? That's a real thing? You don't find Filipinos?
Not too often. Or at
Oh.
least not ones that I'm trying to.
I typically don't think redheads are attractive, so I understand.
You're on drugs. They're attractive. Now, I will say it has to be the right ones, because some of them are everything you would think of a redhead. Just the most pale skin, just freckled everywhere, just like true. They bleed redhead. It's just like, yeah, we scratching that one.
Oh God.
Yeah, that one's a scratch.
So for those listeners at home that don't know me, I will send the most ridiculous texts to my friends throughout the day. I think I sent one to Dan and John. You guys know John. It's like, I have met my wife.
Yes, you claim to be proposing this weekend.
And I was gonna propose this weekend.
Right.
She's a redhead.
Oh.
And
Med student though.
3-year med
Out
student.
of state.
Out of state. I will charter a private jet to her.
Be gone.
Bring her to Dallas.
Be gone.
And be my wife.
Goodbye, woman. You are irrelevant.
Speaking of guns, she carries a Glock 26 and a Beretta PX4 Storm.
She carries 2 guns?
Well, not at the same time. She's not dual wielding.
I was about to say, this is absurd. I hate the people that are like, yeah, I'm holding one, and I got one in my boot and in my purse, and I'm like, why do you have 3 guns, bro?
You're like in the
if you ever got into something that you had to use 3 guns, you're destined to die.
I agree. But you got the wrong gun in the first place.
Right. You're just done at that point. Like,
yeah, no, she's like, I was like hitting her because she messaged me like, hey, and I was like, and my immediate response was, so does this mean we're official now?
Good Lord.
And I was like, I was ready to go. And she was like, well, aren't you supposed to like take me to dinner and call me pretty at first? And I was like, well, I just wanted to make sure we were on the same page before I kept driving to Oklahoma and Dallas and back. And she was like, well, what page are you on? And I was like, oh, I'm on the page where I take you out and call you pretty all the time. And then I sent another message like ... And then you moved to Dallas and we like start our lives. And I like ran through this whole scenario of our life. And she was like, that's a really cute story, but you missed out the part where we have this land and we have these dogs and I can go fish and we can hunt, we can shoot. And I'm like, oh my gosh, you are my wife.
Except she's in Oklahoma, so she's not your wife. Thought be gone.
No, she's not a thought. You can't
call
my future wife a thought. Only I can do that.
Okay, I'm waiting for you to say thought be gone then. How about that?
Just give it like a week.
Yeah, there'll be a new one by then. There'll be some new wife by then. It's fine.
By the next podcast, Austin's on some other wife.
Oh yeah, we might record another one this week, so definitely.
I'm not even mad about it.
So definitely a new one.
I'm not even mad about it. It's too easy. I love women's.
Oh my god.
I love women's and I love respecting women's.
Yes. Let's make that very clear. Respect for women, all time high over here.
Yeah, I'm not even really joking about that.
I think we all just respect women and love them.
Just gold medalist.
Just love them.
At respecting women.
Gold medalist.
That's what I'm saying. Okay, so let's get into some funny stuff, I guess. The typical, we're gonna play the Urban Dictionary game.
Oh, this has got Gabby written all over.
I like this game. I like this game.
I failed like every time.
Austin, this might be your first win, bro.
I don't know.
John and I tied last time.
No, John ended up winning by a weird default. Like,
I felt bad.
Technically, he was a tad bit closer, so I gave it to him. But
you felt bad.
I felt bad. I had to give him the W.
All right, so we're gonna play where you're gonna choose a letter. Okay. And then I'm going to choose the word based on whatever letter you chose, okay? So last time we used it on the trending list, but some of them were just they weren't even that good. So, and most of them look the exact same. So I don't know how this trending list stays the same, but whatever. So we're going to do it by letter. Gabby is the guest, so he can go first. What you got?
All right. Let's do S.
S. All right.
Give you a good amount of choices there.
All right. We could start by going. Let's start by going pretty easy here. Let me find an easy one.
None of these are easy. It's just a bunch of high schoolers with no life getting on here writing
Bro, what are you talking
definition.
about?
Hold on.
Dingleberry was an easy one.
See?
And we both got it right.
Yeah,
that's
you
what I'm
ended up
saying.
both getting it right. But
So
let's use Okay, this one should be kind of easy. Snowflake.
this is can I go?
Yeah.
Go for it.
Hey,
This is
whoever wants to take control first
This is
gets the
someone
best
who
chance
is
at it.
so soft and offended by everything that they just melt under the pressure and heat right away. And I hate those people.
Okay, Gabby.
I could keep going, but I don't want to keep going.
Okay. See, I thought that you were gonna go on a whole rant about it after you said I hate these people. But...
I was, but I just stopped myself.
Okay. I was gonna go along those lines, but to put some very in there, I'm gonna go with just a type of person going with race. They are a white person who where do I want to go with this? I don't want to be too.
I think I know where you want to go with it.
to.
I think everyone watching right now is like, I know where he's trying to go.
No.
Those are called snow bunnies, Gabby.
Yeah, no. So it's like snow bunnies. It's like snow bunnies. Only they are only into other white people, but more specifically, like the really like pale kind. Like just no
albinos.
They're literally white.
They're albino.
I can tell you that I am correct in this one. And I probably got a snow bunny laying in my room back there right now, just respecting the crap out of her.
She wouldn't even be a snow bunny. You're not black, you idiot.
You don't know that.
We do.
I think after that, you should have done snow bunny.
We do.
Like, I don't think Austin knows what it is.
Right. He had it clearly messed up at that point.
No, trust me. I followed up Instagram accounts to know what a snow bunny is.
Jeez. Okay, so we'll give Snowflake to both of you. Now, the reason is because Gabby had to try to get all extra with it. But he knew what it was. So everyone knows if you agree with the other person, just say, I agree. You don't have to like try to be audacious. All
right. I wanted to put some very on there.
Yeah.
Maybe
that's
there's
why.
Like a second definition.
That's the problem. Just
what's the official definition?
A hypersensitive, irrational person who can't stand to have their worldviews challenged or are easily offended or even slightest of ways changed. They will have any number of emotional reactions and motives. They have blocking on social media, shouting, interrupting, threatening, assaults, etc. They often live in an echo chamber, which is of their own beliefs. If they hear someone else, then it's most often used to describe left-leaning people.
I was gonna go there, and that's why I stopped myself.
If you took it there, you would have definitely got the point all by yourself because that was on the next level.
I just didn't feel it appropriate to really.
Everything's appropriate on here.
Yeah. I would have. I wasn't gonna go that far. I didn't know.
Damn liberals, bro.
That is exactly where I stopped myself. I was gonna end those left
Okay, so we'll both give you a point. So it's only fair to let Austin choose the next letter.
We all know that I got the point on that one.
Claim what you want.
Let's go with something. Let's go.
I mean, we can give him the point because I wasn't gonna be able to go to like that left side. I was gonna.
Yeah, but he didn't go there either. We're giving it a 1 point each.
Let's go with something ridiculous. Let's go with X.
Okay, this will be.
Oh man!
Whoa, there's actually a ton of words.
I'm not gonna know any of these.
Wow. Okay, these are all. Wow. I think this one would be too easy. Yeah, that's gonna be too easy. I don't even know what that is. Bro, why did you choose X? These are like they're either way too easy or they're straight Asian.
Straight Asian?
Yeah, like legit.
Well, I did date an Asian girl.
Okay, I got it. No way y'all can get this one. If you get this, you're cheating, and I know you're cheating. X-bomb. Feel free, whoever wants to take the lead.
Can I hear it in a sentence? Let's hear it in a sentence. Can I have the origin, please?
Yeah, here you go. You ready? I took some Molly at that party last night,
Hey,
and I totally X-bombed myself.
All right, Gabby, you're
I'm telling you, be creative, because it's not exactly what you think it is.
All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and say what happened was they were just so far gone that they decided to do all the drugs from A to X because they didn't want to do Y and Z, and they let's see here, how do they end it? And they shit themselves. That's what the X bomb is. You do all the drugs and then you just
Okay, so that technically that is the second. That's like the alternative definition. I'm saying that so that Austin,
Austin has a chance
that you can go for the dagger win here.
Well, no, I'm not gonna do anything like that. I'm just gonna say what I originally thought.
Okay.
That you pop a Molly, you sweat.
Okay.
You're trying to hook up with a girl, but you somehow shit yourself. While you're doing that, you're taking your pants off. You can't control your bladder anymore. You pee in the shit, and then you slip and fall, and you land in the piss of shit, and you just X-bombed yourself.
Right.
That would be a great definition.
That's what it should be.
That is not it.
Well, they're wrong.
So Gabby's was like the second definition. Like you just can't hold in the urge to shit anymore. And then it comes out wet, nasty, just disgusting. But the top definition, I don't think you're actually ready for this. You take ecstasy earlier, and then you fart. Listen. But as you fart, ejaculation comes out instead.
Oh, okay.
Wait.
You go to fart and somehow nut.
Okay.
I don't know what X does to you, but I guess that's a possibility.
Okay. Interesting.
So Gabby will get the point.
What do you mean you know what ecstasy is? You don't know what ecstasy is?
No, I said I don't know what it does. I've never been on it. I don't know what all that's about. Isn't it like the love drug? I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, it just like really heightens all the senses for that.
Yeah. So I don't know. I guess.
Okay.
So maybe the fart gives you like that little bit of.
That's what I'm saying. You got that prostitute stimulation. Just
you say that
prostate, not prostitute.
Prostate. Or a prostitute. You know.
Jeez.
Honestly,
where's my mind?
Yeah, if you're gonna be using X, you're doing it with a prostitute. So I mean,
I guess that's kind of true. Yo, what's the dude that did the coke? What's his line? Big rain's falling, or what's it say? Big grains falling.
Big grains falling. Oh, that's a big grains falling.
Bro, I was about to make a parody video of that and send it to you guys, and I was gonna like just sniff like some like powdered sugar, but I was like, nah, my nose will hurt so bad.
Like I can't even do that.
I was like, I can't even do that, bro. Like that would be rough. So I ended up not doing it, but that was gonna be a YouTube video idea. Didn't work because I'm too much of a pansy. So
I don't blame you. I wouldn't have done that either.
Yeah, I need to find someone willing to do it. Gabby, see you in a little bit.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Huh? All right. After show. This is the post show.
Big grains falling.
Big grains falling.
Just these big old rocks falling out of his nose.
Oh my gosh.
I know. What did he say? I know you got to keep the kids so we can't see each other for a while. Like what?
I just that whole video.
Gabby, have you seen this video?
Yeah, no.
Okay.
The first time I saw the video, someone showed me.
We put it on the podcast.
Yeah,
I brought it up the last time or like last two times.
Oh, whenever me and you did the Savage one, like the first Unchained one. Oh, dude.
Yes, because someone showed me in the office like just the day before that or something, and like my jaw was on the floor the whole time. And then I watched it again and again and again as we showed other people in the office, and I just couldn't stop laughing.
Baby, you know I love you,
dude.
And we can't do this for a while because you got to keep the kid.
Oh my gosh.
He does the second line. That's them big grains falling.
Big grains falling. It's too much.
Okay, so back to the game. We're gonna give Gabby gets the point there, so it is 2-1. I mean, hopefully Austin can pull this out. The next, it's first to 3, so Gabby could
Bro,
win this right here.
speaking of pulling out, do y'all watch Stranger Things?
What, dude? What does that have to do with pulling out?
N-
I don't watch
Dude,
that show,
I haven't started the second season
but
yet.
I don't
So.
know. I've
that
never even watched the first one.
great. Like in the second season, no spoilers. Just one of the best lines has to do with pulling out. It's
Incredible.
it's amazing.
I thought it was a bunch of little kids.
No, yeah,
Oh,
no. Don't worry about it.
okay.
Just, you'd have to
All
watch
right.
it
Yeah,
to
yeah, yeah.
understand.
So the next letter, Gabby, you get to choose.
Is C.
S-
Like yes, C as in cat.
All right.
Oh, it's in cat. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I thought you were
My
gonna say
bad.
another word.
Yeah. My bad. That one's too weird. Let's go with what the chicken head. Technically, Austin, you're supposed to go first. Chicken head.
Chicken head. Can I hear it in this sentence?
Not to be confused with chickens or chicks, which is not a derogatory term. What is that? That's not even it in a sentence. What is that? That's literally it supposedly in a sentence.
What?
I'll put it in a sentence. I'll put it in a sentence. I'm gonna try to do this without giving it away.
Some
girl. Okay, hold on. That girl. We'll just go. That girl's a chicken head.
Fair enough.
How about that? Because if I say any more, it's gonna give it away.
So, I mean, I know I'm not right, but
Okay, hold on.
some
I'll
girl.
give a better one.
No,
I'll
no,
give
no.
a
Here you
better
go. Here you go.
Okay.
Some girl that just gave head and what?
You're close. You're kind of
Alright,
close.
Some girl that just gave head and the dude like nutted her eye or something, and so she was running around with the chicken cut off, like chicken with her head cut off. She wasn't having it. She wasn't having it.
Oh god.
Okay, that is not it.
So
My
I was,
definitions are
Gabby
better.
can come in for the win here. You can
I
come
was
in for
gonna
the win.
say, like we were on the same page, but my thing is she's got like a long neck, like a chicken normally does, and like you know how chickens pet corn. That's
Jesus.
she's doing that all up on you while she's going down.
Okay, so Gabby is actually spot on with that one,
Nice.
except for the long neck part. Nothing about a long neck. It is a
Okay.
female who likes giving head, bobbing up and down like a chicken.
Fair enough.
And
My
then,
definitions are way better.
and then
these.
the next option is a dance move.
Wow. Okay.
So
Maybe I should spend my time just going
I
to
was
Urban
about to say
Dictionary
maybe
and rewriting
you
definitions.
should be the king of Urban Dictionary. You can just be that guy that just like has the
Okay.
most submissions and like everyone's using your definitions. Just hell yeah.
Is it just me, or whenever Urban Dictionary like was somewhat popular, like whenever I was in high school, all the definitions were really obscene and obscure and outrageous like that. I
No,
feel
they're-
like
they're
the
definitely still there.
are they?
Oh, they're just
Yeah.
like that.
They're definitely still there. I feel what it is. It's Daniel. He's not picking the best words.
Well, no, some of them based on like y'all's letters, like
Oh, it's our fault.
no. It's like if I were to choose some of these, it would be too easy. Like y'all would just be like immediately know what it
That's
was.
fair. That's fair.
Okay.
Like a chicken gripper.
I don't know what that is.
Dude,
Come on, dude.
Obviously, that's someone who's beaten off.
Boom. Or
There's
option
so many.
or definition number 2 for it is a very fat girl. Due to the fat they eat a lot of KFC and grip the chicken, it would be hard to get your arms around a chicken like her.
See, that had nothing to do with his first definition.
Yeah, but his was the original definition. Like that's the top voted one.
dumb.
Come on, you're out here slacking. Well, we just hit the 1 hour mark. We can. I'm sure we could keep going if we really want to. But I know Bill's got things to do. He has a real job and stuff.
Yeah,
So
can't
be up.
Work and things.
Yeah,
Working thing.
these work things.
Work.
So let's go ahead and Gabby, you got anyone you want to shout out? You got anything you want to talk about for closing statements? Think of this like your time as your lawyer. This is the last thing you get to say to the people. Make
My
it
last
good.
thing I gotta say is you making YouTube videos is a bitch because sometimes you end up deleting all your content before you can upload.
That's true. That's true. And in case, well, actually, no one in here knows, Gabby makes YouTube videos. So if you want to check out his YouTube, he doesn't even have a link.
Yeah,
Just
an
just
obscure
just
link.
search him. Search him on YouTube. Just search him on YouTube and find him.
Established.
Cause that's
It'll-
all we got. Cause he's got no URL at this point. He
Yeah.
just started. He just started.
I'm new to things. I'm
Yeah,
new to
he
things.
just started. You know.
Okay, Gabby,
Billy?
did you dress up for anything on Halloween today?
Okay, that's a good
I did
closing
not.
question.
I did not. 'Cause
Really?
I had nowhere to go, and I was just gonna go to class
School.
and then
You
back.
had school.
Bro, I ain't trying to be. I'm not even trying to be that guy.
Oh, I figured TCC's full of those guys.
Yeah, and that's why I'm not trying to be one of them.
Real quick, last weekend I was out at a club here in Dallas,
Dear Lord. Here we
and
go.
oh my gosh, those costumes though. The girls in those costumes though.
They're all trying to be a cat or a devil.
It's too much.
Every last one of them. Like, oh, okay.
There wasn't one unattractive female.
Never that.
And it was like 15 degrees outside, and they're wearing like nothing. Apparently, like just the ode to Hugh Hefner was out. Every girl was a Playboy bunny,
They like being the bunnies, dude.
and everything else in between.
Perfect. So
That's all I have to say about
so
that.
you enjoyed your last weekend.
It was good.
Perfect.
It treated me well.
Awesome. That's what I like to hear. Last thing, Austin, you should definitely get a Twitter. Twitter's where the reckless people stay. Okay, that's what I'm gonna say. Get a Twitter.
I ain't got time for that. I ain't got time for that.
And we'll have even more content for the show if you get a Twitter. I'm telling you, you'll find some ridiculous stuff on here.
I am the content of this show. What are you talking about?
No, I'm saying we'll have more. Like, that's not just look at all these Bumble chicks
And
look at
tune
my
in next
money.
week for the Austin show.
Look
That's not what I'm saying.
Look at my money. Like,
No, I don't say that. You guys say that.
you said it today.
Dude.
Jokingly.
I'm gonna get her a private jet. I'm gonna fly her back and forth. I got so much money.
I would do that if I could.
Yeah, exactly. Moneybags Austin here. Claims that we're the one that hypes him up. You're pretty much Ty Lopez.
No.
Check out my awesome collection. If you want to make money like me, come be a broker.
Yeah.
That's
yeah.
you.
Click on this link and pay
Click
me
on
$1
this
million
link,
for
and
me
I'll
to
show
tell
you how to
nothing.
be a dope broker. They go into the training.
Maybe I should do that.
It's like nothing in there. It's just like
Maybe I
dressed.
should do that.
It says like dress the part to be the part, and it's like
Wait, did you buy
okay.
this or something?
no. I'm just saying. I bet that's kind of what the content's like. If I had to guess,
Oh, I believe
that's
it.
probably what the
Daniel
content
definitely
says.
bought it. Daniel
Like-
definitely owns it, and it's just like, this is my life now.
Yeah, right. I wish.
True.
I wish there was some good content on there. Don't open that till after the show.
Oh man, I was about to click on it.
Actually, I mean, you can open it now. Open it now. I'll see some reactions. They don't get to see it, but
Wait, can Austin? He doesn't have a Twitter.
yeah, he can still open it.
Yeah, I don't have to have an account to actually view it.
So Austin has to go now, guys.
Hold on.
You still haven't
Oh.
opened it? Oh.
I'm gonna turn my volume down. Oh, all right.
Oh.
Until next time.
Oh.
Hoodie Austin
Until
out.
next time.
Until
No.
Austin.
Thanks, guys, for watching the show. In case you didn't know and you're watching it on YouTube, we are now on the podcast app through Apple. So shout out to iTunes for letting us get on there. We're probably going to get flagged eventually.
Yeah.
I literally had to mark the content as explicit and hope that's fair enough.
But there wasn't like a X rating.
No, I mean, technically,
really don't think
this
it's
is
that
like their
bad.
X-ray. Well, on this one, it really wasn't bad. But like, dude, the big rain's falling and stuff like that.
Yeah, no,
Like-
dude, that's
We said that on this one too.
Well, yeah, but
Yeah,
the whole
but-
last episode was just absurd.
Okay.
The one that me and you did together.
Yeah.
Come
Yeah.
on. That one was, we were talking about eating booty cheeks and stuff.
Like the entire time is just how much you love ass.
Yeah, and it was great, and people
Well, you
loved
know
it.
what? I didn't bring it up, so
That was low-key our best like episode. People have told me, including Gabby, these
Dude,
are the best episodes.
I was dying the whole time.
I give the people what they want.
They all laughed, dude.
Dude, I'm telling you, it's the Austin Show.
I had to keep him reined in because he's a
The
little too
Austin Show,
wild.
produced
You
by
do got to
Daniel
keep me reined in.
Because them
Reel 'em in.
them big grains will be falling, boys.
Reel 'em in.
All right, well that's the end of it, guys. I hope you enjoyed. Please make sure to follow everyone's information down below. And until next time, peace.